Hey guys, welcome back to the JPM Performance Channel. Today what I want to talk about is how to successfully list a car, boat, motorcycle, whatever you're wanting to sell on Bring a Trailer. What is Bring a Trailer? Bring a Trailer is basically the premier site for selling more unique, more expensive, more top-end cars and vehicles and motorcycles. You'll find all sorts of vehicles on there. I've had friends that have sold old motorcycles as well as cars. So my 2019 ND2 with the LS3 engine installed is currently on Bring a Trailer. So what I want to do is I want to go over my process for how I took all the pictures, and I'm going to show you guys my listing, and we're going to watch the auction right to the end. Hang tight. Okay guys, so here's our listing for the MX-5. So first of all, you want to have a proper title, and I think a really good front picture. So you can see that the car is here in front of the shop. It's actually a pretty overcast day, which actually makes really good pictures when you have an overcast day, just because you don't get the bright, hard shadows. So LS3 powered 2019 Mazda MX-5 Miata 6-speed. So you can see right here is our countdown. We are getting close to the end. We are an hour and 9 minutes away, and our current bid is $66,000. We've had 90 comments since the auction has started. So what Bring a Trailer wants you to do is they want you to come up with a really good description of what the car is. And honestly, you almost can't be too detailed. So what I've done here is I've talked about exactly what the engine, transmission, differential, the fact that the conversion kit came from Flying Miata, and you know what the suspension is, the shocks, the wheels, the brakes, and even some of the standard items that this car would have. So they talk about the color of the car, some of the details, and they actually do a really good job. Once you just kind of send them all of your information, they do a good job of putting your pictures together and putting all of the details together. And to be honest, it's very affordable. So it's $99 if you do the pictures yourself. They do have an option for, I think it's like $350, where a professional photographer will come out and take pictures for you. But you know, honestly, our phones are so good these days that I think they do just a great job of taking the proper pictures. So this just talks about more of the details. You know, we talked about the calipers and some of the modifications. You can see there's pictures inside the car, and obviously under the hood, of course, which is super important for a car like this. There's even a dyno sheet here, and of course pictures underneath. So if you can't really hide anything when it comes to these cars on Bring a Trailer. You need to take detailed pictures, and good or bad, right? So you're supposed to disclose, you know, any of the little issues that you may or may not have, because it's just the right thing to do for starters. And if you're trying to hide stuff, when someone comes back, they're going to give you a pretty negative review. So the other thing that you should do, and you can see it's right here, is some videos. So I did a couple of videos, one of just a regular walk around, and then another one of driving the car. And those are really important. So people get a better feel of live what the car feels like live. I'll click on this one to give you an idea. This is operating the soft top. In case you've never put the soft top down on one of these cars, it's super easy. So this is just operating the soft top. Release. Simply, that's all there is to it. And then we move around to a walk around as part of the video. So a nice slow walk around of the car. And then I like to do a startup of the car, look at all of the gauges, show that everything works properly, and of course the other thing that you want to show is the mileage. As you can see, it was 80 degrees that day, mileage 69.29. And then I went around and got some exhaust tones. So there's that one, and then there's this one driving the car. Next up is the photo gallery. So you can see there's 4 per row. Details, wheels, tires, close-ups of the stitching on the seats, right? All the door panels. Really get specific on the car. I've got extra pictures in here of some of the costs of the build on the car, plus some of the details from Flying Miata on here. And then what you'll do is you'll have, this tells you exactly what's currently going on. So we have 1 hour and 4 minutes, 22 seconds. So what happens is you'll have a reserve on your car if you want one. I suppose you wouldn't have to. On a car of this cost, I did want to have a reserve, which is a secret reserve, which is right down here, which I'm not going to show you because Bring a Trailer does not want anybody to know. And then down here are all the comments. So all the way at the bottom, are questions. So this is probably the most important thing when it comes to selling on Bring a Trailer. When someone asks you a question, you need to get back with them. I tried to get back on this auction within literally 10 minutes on every single question. The way that I was able to do that is I had it up on a notification to send me an email, and then that email would notify me right on my phone, so I could get right back to the potential purchaser, and you just kind of go from there. So now what we're doing is, you can see we're at our last bid was made at 9:40 a.m. It is currently 11:15. So these last 3 guys are really thinking about this car. The reserve has not been met yet, but they're getting closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch, and let's see what happens. Currently, you know what? We just got a bid while we were talking about this. So we're now up to 66.5. So let's watch and see what happens. I'll be back with about 10 minutes to go, and we'll watch to the end.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay guys, here we go. 6.5 minutes to go. You can see that the bidding is starting to get up there. Without disclosing the reserve, I can tell you that they're getting close. It's a little nerve-wracking, I must admit. The reserve has been met. It will be sold. So, here's an interesting thing. Too late for questions at this point, especially now that the bid has been met, or the reserve has been met. "30 seconds. "20 seconds. "5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold. $74,000. I'm plenty happy with that. So, that is how it's done. A little nerve-wracking for me, but I'm not planning on selling a bunch of these, but it's a good price for an amazing car. Appreciate you guys watching as always.